Hello everyone, this video is going to be a step-by-step tutorial to guide you on how to distribute your music through Tieme distribution following the launch of our new interface. Please take note, the access link to our distribution has changed, so kindly use distro.tiememusic.com to get access to your distribution dashboard or log into your Tieme distribution portal. In this video, I'm going to use my mobile phone. So let's get started. So log into your Tieme distribution. Alright guys, so once you log into your distribution dashboard, you simply have to tap on create. So it's going to open this page for you to provide your release meta or details. Okay, so first I'm going to enter my release title over here. And next here you need to select the primary artist. Okay, so you tap here and you have to enter the artist name over here. But make sure if it's your first time releasing, probably there's not going to be any pop-up over here, so you need to tap on create new. Okay, and at this section, the new artist, type the name of the artist. So if the artist already has a name on stores, automatically the Spotify and the Apple section is going to pop up his or her profile. Okay, then you just need to select the profile. So you see this one has no Spotify profile, so what you need to do is to tap on create new to create a new profile for the person. But if you know definitely say the person has a Spotify profile, you just have to copy the Spotify link and paste it here. Okay, just as the Apple ID has been pasted here. Okay, but if you don't have any Spotify profile, just hit on create new and you proceed to hit on what, save. Okay, but with this, the artist has already released a song, so I'm going to hit on cancel and tap here to select his name. Okay, so now let's proceed to upload our artwork. So keep in mind that your artwork has to be 3000 by 3000 pixel, and there must not be any logo on it or any kind of details. The only detail allowed is the song title and the artist name. Okay, so let's hit on next. Okay, so here you need to select your release date. I mean, when you want your song to be out. So as I said earlier, I've always been saying this, kindly make sure your release has a 7 days interval. So today is 4th. I'm going to set 11th as my release date. And at that section, this is a release of an original album or single. So section is being made for those who want to migrate their song from a different distributor to Tieme distribution. So it means your song is already on stores, but you want to redistribute or you want to migrate it to Tieme distribution. So with that, you need to select this one and you're going to enter the original date that song was distributed to stores. Okay, so but with this is a new release, we are not going to need that. Okay, so we have to set your iTunes release date. This helps you to get a pre-save link for you to vibe with your fans before the song comes out. Okay, so hit on next, and at this section we need to enter our primary genre and our secondary genre. Okay, and the language section, if your song is in Tree, you need to select Afrikaans, but if it's in English, kindly select English. The reason why I always recommend for you to select Afrikaans if your song is in Tree is because there is no Tree in the list. Okay, and when you went ahead to select English, maybe your song is being mixed with English and Tree. If you go ahead to select English, your song might get rejected. Okay, because there are some languages that is not corresponding with. So if you want to choose English, you're going to get rejected. So I recommend, if you don't want to encounter any issue, kindly hit or select African, then you are good to go. So this is an instrumental release. This song is not an instrumental, it contains voice, so we are not going to use this option. So just hit on next and go to the next page. All right, so at this page, if you have a label, you can type in your label here. If you don't have any label, you can proceed to use Tieme music distribution. And at this section, the year, your name, just leave it like that. Okay, don't make any changes to it, but the auto assign UPC, just leave it like that. Okay, then you hit on next. So at this section, you need to select, let's say, the stores you want your song to be there. So if you want your song to be on all stores, you can just leave it like that because default it's selected all stores for you. But if you want your song to be on a specific platform, let's say AudioMark, you want to check when you select only AudioMark. But with this song, I want it to be on all stores. Okay, then you scroll down and hit on next, and here you need to select the country you want your song to be available. So now I want my country to be available worldwide. Okay, but if you want your song to be available on some specific country, you can hit on the second option and it's going to give you this list for you to select the region and the way to select the region and the name of the country, but worldwide. Okay, let's hit on next. So here we need to save our information to draft before we'll be able to upload our sound or our music or our song. Okay, so give it a time. Okay, now once it's done saving, you scroll down and you're going to see add track. Okay, so you tap here to upload your track. Okay, so I'm going to upload this track. All right, so once your track is uploaded, though it's going to look like this, so but at the back end it's uploading, so just leave it like that and scroll down to enter the title of the track. So here the title you enter here has to correspond with the first stage, the title you entered over there. So I'm going to enter the same title. If you're releasing a single, yeah, you need to follow this instruction. But if it's an EP or an album, enter the first title for the first track, the title for the second track over here. But if it's a single you are releasing, it has to correspond with the first title you enter at the first stage. Okay, and please make sure if you make a mistake and there is some space over here, when you are trying to save or submit it, it won't go through. They are going to tell you that the title doesn't matter, so make sure you don't have any space in front or any space. The version title, you don't have to enter anything there. You don't have to enter anything here. If your song is a live record, you can just enter live over here. But if it's not, just leave it like that. Always make sure your song is being converted to WAV format. Okay, so here I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to enter anything there. So the main artist is already selected, and the featured artist here, you select your featured artist from here. You just hit on create and you enter the name of the featured artist. So as I said previously, automatically the system is going to search to see if the artist has a profile on Spotify or Apple. So the artist has a profile on Spotify or and Apple. So you just select them and you hit on save. Okay, but this artist is already in the list, so I'm not going to hit on save. Okay, so I'll just cancel and come back over here and select here and hit select the artist name. Okay, so if you have multiple featured artists, you can also tap here and you can add the second artist as well. You can, okay, but my song contains only one artist. Okay, so the credits, yes, this is an original song that I own 100% right. Okay, sure. But if you don't own 100% right of your song and it's a cover, you just select the second option. Okay, in the composer section, here you need to fill in the biological name of the artist. Okay, and the lyricist has to be the biological name of the artist. Okay, so if you want to add multiple lyricists, you can just hit on the plus and it's going to give you another field for you to enter another name. But this one has only one lyricist, so I'm going to leave it as one. In the producer section, enter the name of the producer over here. You don't need to enter the biological name, okay? And the performer here, you need to have at least one performer. So performer means you had someone who played some acoustic to make the song very good or anything. But with this my release, I'm going to type or select solo. Okay, so you can also do the same thing as I'm doing over here. All right, or you can whatever it works for you. Okay, so the language is already selected as South Africans. And the explicit section, if your song or let's say if your cover art has an explicit logo on it, make sure you select this track has explicit logo. But if your cover art don't have any explicit logo on it, kindly don't select this or else your song is going to be rejected. Okay, and please make sure if your song contains explicit logos, it's necessary for you to add an explicit logo on your artwork and also select this option. Please keep in mind. And a TikTok start time, you can hit on let the algorithm decide for you, and the algorithm is going to decide where your song is going to start a duration, or you can select a specific duration. So you can hit here, this is the minute and this is the second. So let's say 5 seconds or let's say 4 minutes, but I'm just going to let the algorithm to decide for me. Okay, and automatically assign an ISRC for this track. Hit on yes. Okay, then you save the track. So please have time because at this stage it keeps a bit long. So as this one is uploading, and let's say if you're releasing an album or an EP, you have multiple songs to upload, you can just continue to hit on this one, add track, and you can continue to upload. Listen, scroll up. Okay, so it's done. So you can continue to upload another track over here and enter the title, select the artist name, whatever. Please take note, if you're releasing an EP on an album, once you upload the first track and you are trying to upload the second track, when you get to this option, the composer section, if you hit on copy from previous track, it's going to copy the composer or the details you inputted at that first track. it's going to copy it and paste it here for you. So there's no need for you to enter it over here. You can just hit on copy from previous and all this space is going to be filled. But if there's changes, you can just come and hit, maybe the producer name is different, you can just change the name. But what I'm releasing is a single song, so I don't need it. So I'll just hit on cancel edit. All right, so delete this one. Yes. All right, so there's my single song. All right, so I'm going to hit on next and proceed. All right, so we are done. So at this page here, you have enable YouTube content ID. So you can check on tick. And what this does is when your song is being uploaded, or let's say someone uses your song on YouTube for a movie or any other stuff, because you have content ID checked, YouTube is going to claim all your royalties for you, okay? And here the acknowledgement, make sure you check all these ones, okay? And scroll out and hit on submit and you are good to go. Okay, so this is going to be the end of this video, and always reach out to Tieme Music Support if you encounter any kind of issue you don't understand or you need further assistance. My name is Kwabs, and as always, I will see you at the top.